Good afternoon. It's Roz, My Best Day Live, and I welcome you to hear what the words I say, hoping that it will empower, enlighten, and encourage you. First thing is to pray. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. I say good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock, August 3rd, and I'm grateful to be able to talk to you again. The saying is, I'm living my best life. Things aren't the greatest, but they're good. I'm truly grateful, and that's what we have to be. Grateful for whatever is going on in our life, because otherwise it could be a lot different. I started off with, breaking my nail and, the little aggravations of the day, but I'm still here. I'm still able to do the things that I need to do, and it's all because God has shown favor in my life. Just whatever God does for me, he does for you. You know, you just have to pray. And when you're going through something, you pray. And if you're all settled in life, if things are well, you got the money, you got the house, you got all this and that, you still pray. Because all that is to be thankful for where we are. Some people forget that, to be grateful for the moments in life. I always think about where I was, and sometimes I wonder how things would have turned out if I hadn't changed. I was thinking about I live with my two brothers now, and as far as I know, there's only one that's still drinking, that's Buster. And I think about the people that we grew up with. I'm talking about people I've known for 60 years. Right now, they're pretty much settled. That getting drunk and, the drug, we ran the race for that. And now the race is over. The next part is helping our children not to go where we went. Listen, drugs and alcohol are one tough thing to live through because it changes the dynamics of your life. You start out thinking, you party and you doing this and you doing that, because you're functional, you can go to work, get drunk, go to work, you pay for your bills, but then you ain't never got no money, and normally when you're drinking, you're probably smoking something. And if you're not, the drinking is enough for you, to wake up and not know where you've been, not even know where you at. But then you gotta wanna stop. You have to not wanna be in that. It took a long time for me to realize that's not what I want. And even as the days go by, I still have to realize that's not what I want. You see, I could pick up anytime I get ready. As years ago, I'm grown. Ain't nobody grown. Remember that. When you gotta tell somebody you grown, check your bulb. It ain't working. But drinking and drugging is not it. I'm thinking about, not going to church. I haven't been to church since that corona thing stopped. Other than I am the church, just as you are. We are the living testimonies of what God does and will do. We are the testimony because someone's watching you. Whatever you're doing, someone's watching you. When I was doing my drug thing, I taught people to smoke crack out of different, cans, bottles, all that. I was a teacher. I'm still a teacher. I just changed what I teach. But, I remember a friend of mine But she was young, new at getting high. Smoking weed. That's what we were doing before the crack. And I showed her how to roll it and everything. Then she became a pro. She didn't need me no more. And then through the years, I met her through the next graduation of drugs. And at times I feel so bad that the people I came in contact with, that I introduced them to crack. And I did. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of the things that were not correct. Teaching somebody to drink or drug is not a good thing to do. I'm living proof that I regret that. I repent of that. The whole thing, if you want to, good for you. If that's your choice, fine with it. But that's your choice. And I'm not gonna, help you do your thing. Because in the long, you have to remember, it's just the day you get drunk or get high. Tomorrow's another day. There's more stuff coming. And right now, I'm at peace that I don't get high anymore. I'm at peace that I don't have to get high anymore. I'm at peace that I know if it had not been for God that was on my side, and you hear people say that, where would I be? I would be lost. I was 41 when I stopped getting high. When God delivered me, that very moment, and sometimes I think back on that time. And since the time that I haven't picked up, there's a lot of craziness that's happened in my life. You think if you don't get drunk, if you don't do that, the life is going to be smooth. Not so. Even things happen. Jesus was the purest as it comes, and stuff happened to him. And we're nowhere near Jesus. So think about it. If you're doing things that are disrupting your family, your living, check your ball. That's what Medea said, check your ball. Why? Things are going to happen in your life. Don't get me wrong. Hello, Harry. Things will happen in each of our lives. Some good, some not so good. But you have to persevere and stand strong. There's many times that things have happened in my life, and if I didn't pray, if I didn't believe, I would have went backwards. And that's not what I'm going to do. There's so many things to look forward to. At 69, I still got another 10 years to go. I really believe that. What I was saying to myself, Lord, is there another husband in me somewhere? Oh, no. But that's not my issue today. My issue is to tell people of the goodness of God. To tell people that if you want something and you need something, pray on it. Ask God. If there's a delay, that doesn't mean it's not coming. That means it's on its way. And when God gets ready to do what he do, you're going to be fine. You can't give up. You can't be distracted by life stuff. Because remember, stuff happens. I'm telling you, I'm making it's the little things in life that distract you. I have fake nails, see them? One broke for no reason. I was doing something and it just broke. And a couple other things, I said, Jesus, what's going on? But I know there's a blessing in it. If I didn't get to cussing. And I talk about my brothers a lot. And my brother Buster, today, I have to pray. We have to treat people right. And sometimes I say things to him that aren't nice. And I have to work on that. And today, I talked to him very gently. And he received it. Because he talked back. He always talked junk though. But he talked back gentle. It's how I act and how I react. It's not the action of your life. It's the reaction. When things happen, How do you handle it? Are you explode? If someone exploded you, do you explode at them? You know? If they stick their finger at you, do you stick your finger back? You know, that road rage crap? Man, I just hunch my shoulder like somebody want to get mad because they want to get out. I go, I'm sorry. Things happen. And the thing is, if you're with someone and well, not with them, if someone reacts in a negative way to you, it probably ain't you. It's probably something that happened and you just the victim. And sometimes we will be the victim. Sometimes we will be the one that people come at. But sometimes it's not intentionally. You know, sometimes people say things and I just go over my head because I'm not gonna adhere to bull. I call it bull stuff. You know, because it happens. Somebody woke up and things just turned upside down. But you have to keep God in the midst every moment that you breathe. I would like to say my aunt in North Carolina died. You know, she was 92. They said 91 or 92. My mother, she got one more sister left. You know, and I'm like, wow, I don't know when the funeral is. And my daughter, the mouthy one, the only one I got, said, "Are you going? You know you're going." Oh, she yells at me all the time. But anywho, she got me a ride to go. So if all possible, I'm going to North Carolina. You know, and I call my job and I say to them, you know, this has happened, but I don't know if I'm going, blah, blah, blah. And my job, one of the jobs comes back, well, you know, if you go down there, you got to be 72 hours, you got to get tested, and then if you don't get tested, 14 days quarantine. I go, okay, thank you. That's information. I had the test before, negative. So if I go down there, I come back, I have to take the test, okay, well and good. Take the test. My niece, she was on internet, right? It's so funny. I took the test, and they did stick that thing up my nose. I said, Jesus, what you doing? Anyway, she got on internet, and she said they did both her nostrils, and she think they touched her brain. I just said, okay. But, you know, that's her experience. But it wasn't mine. I thought it was kind of awkward or how they did it. But the thing is, if you need to get a test, for the sake of your family, your friends, even you, take the test. What are you going to do? They may touch your brain, but they can't take it. It might not be any good anyway. I might stir it up. Sorry about that. But there's things that are right now, it's mandated to be tested. It's mandated to wear a mask. You know, years ago or whenever, we used to look at the people with the people in China wearing their masks. Like, look at what is wrong with them. Hello, by the grace of God, there go I. And now we have to wear one. You know, and it's like, and they're giving them away. You know, at certain places. So go get one, wear one. If I see someone and going in the store, or my first question is, do you have a mask? They'll say it's in the car, it's in my pocket. Well, it shouldn't be in your pocket, it should be on your face. They go, oh, okay, thank you. Or a couple of times, like, you got a mask? I don't, but I have one in my car, you know? I was able to go on the internet and I bought some, you know, just in case. You know, and the thing is, God allows me to. He allows me to buy the mask, and then I give them away. I have the disinfectant. I love the spray. It's a little bottle. Instead of the rub, now they're saying the one that the rub in could be hazardous, but they didn't say nothing about the spray. But anyway, I give them away. And one day I was riding, and I'm like, someone said, well, give it to a policeman. So I'm riding down the road, and a policeman turned. I said, well, and you know, I think spirit. You know, if he comes behind me, because I stopped at the light, I'll give him one. So he came behind me, put it in park, went out, and he was pulling on the side because he saw me getting out. And I say to him, I give these away. He said, oh, thank you. I said, I got to protect you too. You know, we have to help one another. If you don't know, Look, you need to know. We need to wear masks. Oh, and we need to vote. They said that Trump is trying to change the date of the election or the whatever it is, and and then in the sideline they say because his rating has gone down. So you figure, he figured if he let it go a little while, because this is the worst of all times. As they say, he's the worst president of all time. Woo. He's having a bad time. And you still got to pray for him. He know not. He's in his own world, and it's only about him. And the thing is, that's a lesson for all of us. Sometimes when we hot, we up there, we got money, got a car, we got air conditioning, we got everything. We swell head. He got a swell head. We got family members that got a swell head. But sooner or later, God bring him right on down there where we are. And you got to wait on it. It's just that he has all that power, being the president of the United States. But we have to still pray. Pray for him. Pray for yourself. Pray for everybody that you're connected with. That things will change. Because I'm a miracle. I'm a living witness of what God can do. Right now, today I went to pick up meds at the pharmacy. Right? So, and she's like, and I'm reading this thing. They want to know if you want to take something for shingles or blah, blah, blah. I said, for what? He said, I said, what? Wait a minute. You want to give me the shot for shingles, then give it to me so I won't get it again? And the pharmacy said, yeah. Why? I don't have shingles. But they want to, just like the flu shot, they want you to be protected. I'm like, I got to think about that. Right now, my biggest thing, I got arthritis in the leg. My belly is over fat. I got to work on those things that I know about. Why I want to add stuff? I want to put shingles. Get out of here. I know a person that has shingles. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it comes from. Or it had something to do with chickenpox. I had chickenpox when I was a kid, a child, a youngster. Now you want me. I think when you get a certain age, they want to shoot you with stuff to keep you strong. If I live this long, I'm pretty much strong already. Well, I don't want to put stuff in my body. But that's another. Maybe next week I'll tell you that I went and got the shot. I don't know. Right now, no. I'm just going to live through what I'm doing. But life gets better, is better with God in it. Look, my hair is going back. Look at that. Now I don't know what to do with it. But the thing is, from yesterday till today, God is able to bring you through. See, some of us may not have waken up if it had not been for God. And some of us wake up and there's stuff. Everybody got stuff. But with your stuff, I'm confident in God because God loved me. That's why he delivered me. That's why he saved me. That's why he cares for me. That's why he takes care of me. My landlord called me today and said there's a possibility they're going to sell the house. I was like, wow. Okay. He said, but I got a place for you, so don't worry. I'm going to get the place for you. I said, wow, that's awesome, huh? And I said, I love you. He said, I love you more. Don't worry about it, Raz. I got you. I said, wow, that's only God. He said, do I want to go in a condominium? I'm like, that's upstairs. I don't want to go. Get out of here. But we're not going to worry about that right now. But he was giving me heads up of what's going on. Hey, Isaac. Hey, my little nephew in Georgia. How you doing? I'm praying. Isaac, I'm so proud of him. He bought him a house. Ain't that awesome? And he's a young man, because he's striving to do better. And I know God's in it. His mom, his sisters, they all are doing well, you know? Okay, Lucy. Wait and get to the dollar. Oh, okay. That's Lucy. Loopy is a realtor. So I'm putting that out there. You know, for those that are looking to buy a house, rent, or whatever, she's on it. You know? I've known her for many years, you know? And she's an awesome lady, you know? And and she knows, just like Isaac and all you know, the answer is God. Whatever situation that we may go through, we have to have God in it because he will supply all your need, my needs. And I'm telling you again, just like you are living proof. If you think back at your lowest point of your life, even if you had a moment of doubt, God made a way. When those times came in your life and you didn't know where to go, you didn't know what to do, you didn't know how to do it, God showed up. You know, and I say that when I lost my home and I was sitting in the bedroom and I was my last day there, and I'm like, what do I do now? But see, I didn't believe as much as I prayed because God fixed it. You know, it was all done, but that little bit of doubt had me lose my home. You know, because I didn't remember how powerful God was. You know, I don't know. I didn't tell Loopy, but at that time, there was $20,000 worth of equity in my home. I don't know if she knew that. And I did have a part-time job, but I forgot I had a part-time job that I could have got hours. So the route I went, I didn't have to. But now that I look back, but God still, because now he showed me this is what was there for you, but you didn't think it through. And that's what we have to do. We have to think through the things. Because there will be times in our lives that we won't know exactly what to do. That's the time. Believe in what you've been praying for. God, I give it to you. And that's what right now, shoulda, woulda, coulda. God, I'm give it to you. But I went on my own understanding. This is what I should do. This will take care of that. And then I'll go there, you know. And then at the end, I had to, but at the end of it, and to where I am today, I can tell somebody what not to do. Don't give up. Sit in it. Wait till God opens the door. Because God opens the door for all of us. I don't care where you are. God will answer your prayer. Some things we pray for that God's like, girl, sit down. Go somewhere. And sometimes he'll just shut up and say, okay, you want to be hard-headed? Do it. And that's what I've been many times. I've been hard-headed. Today, I doubt to be hard. I don't want to be hard-headed. I'll say, okay, God. If it gets tougher, God, this is yours. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And he just lifts the burdens off of you. He allows you to understand, I got this. Get out the way. You know, there's that walking in the sand when there's God's carrying you. There's only one footstep because it's him carrying you, taking care of your children. He takes care of you and takes care of your children and your sisters and everything. He does it all the time. It's just that we have to be grateful for what he does. You know what I mean? You have to understand God's in charge of every little big thing in our lives. And if you think you're handling it, I think you know, check your bulb. There ain't nothing that God can't do. Then God will take care of everything. You know, I think about my children and how many times God, Tanya being shot, Roland going to jail, Randy being a crack baby, Ronnie having ganglionium brain cancer. Those are things that the devil tried to take those are the things that the devil used to try to take my children. And God said, no, not them. And I survived it. and they survived it. You know, they went when I was active, they were going through this stuff. You know what I mean? But God, who loved me, who knew who I was, just like he knows you. So don't be afraid of your situation. Understand that God will take care of your situation. Have faith. You know, people pray and you pray. Do you believe what you're praying for? If you believe it, leave it in God's hand. Because he got this. I used to say, and I say it now, God got your back. No worries. You know, I love when someone says, no worries. Because they get you. They understand you. You ain't got to go into a big spiel about this or that. Because God covers you every step of the way. You know, our children act up. I don't know if I told you, the other day, me and Roland was at it. We wasn't at it, but he hung up on me. I went right to the moon. I was up there, pow! I was there. And then I talked to my 6-year-old grandson, Noah. And I just calmed down. And now me and Roland are okay. He said, and the thing is, he's like, Ma, I didn't hang up on you. I said, I thought you hung up, so all I need is an apology. He said, I apologize. You ain't got to, if you did, sometimes you got to own up to it, because that's what I preceded. That's what I thought. That's what I saw. That's what I heard. I heard click. And that took me into a place I shouldn't have been. But him and that situation made us closer. Because I talked to him later that day, and he did it again. I called him back. Whoa! He said, Ma. I said, next time, just say, see you later, Ma. Bye, Ma. He said, bye, Ma. You know, I changed. I can change how he treats me. But it's only because I'm willing to change. I get off the ledge, and I have God in it. Because if God took care of you, and for me, it's the roadmap to our living. It's God, me, then you. For you, it's God, you, then me. Because if we have God first and ourselves, everything is like gravy. Because everything else, he can handle. You know? People, they say, see, this is my opinion though, is, what do they say? God and then your husband, then you. Okay, whatever. But if I believe in God and me, my husband is with me. So I don't have to put nobody ahead of God and nobody ahead of me. It's God, me, and then whoever. So what about your children? My children are okay. Because if I put God in it, my children are going to be okay. I don't care how you put it. You know, my mother, I love her dearly. But my mother had, I really think she had God and then us, her children. There's nothing my mother wouldn't do for her children. But I that was a flaw that I see today. So my children, I'm going to put them next to me, but they're not going to be in front of me. Because God's going to be in front of me. And if I do his will, take care of his business, he's going to take care of mine. And like again, no worries. Just remember, give all your cares to God. Love God. Understand that he loves you. And with that, it's half an hour. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Lord, thank you for being God. Thank you for keeping us. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Lord, I'll see you, Lord willing, Wednesday. God bless you all.